We'll put Kelly kind of at the end to make it easier. Which one? Like right here somewhere? Like middle-ish? Maybe, yeah.
You do. I walked in with Crocs. Yeah.
Going, or should we have like a couple of rows?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Strongsville's PTA annual celebration of Founders Day, also known as the Ohio PTA Achievement Awards. My name is Katie Hollebarger, and I have the honor this year of serving as the Council PTA President. We start these events with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to We are so excited to honor this year's award winners from our PTA units. Thank you guys all for attending and bringing your family and friends to help honor you and all that you do for the community. On the behalf of the Council PTA, it's our pleasure to have so many different people from our school community here with us tonight. I'd like to offer a warm welcome to district administrators, including Dr. Cameron Ryba and Jenny Pelko, many other staff members I've seen walking around, and school board members. Thank you for being here. Welcome to all of you who are here as members of your PTA units to support today's honorees, who are your friends and your colleagues in everything that we do here in the community. We also have many past and present unit and council presidents here, so thank you so much for your support. And I hope you got time to walk around the tables out there and see the tablecloths. We haven't had those out in probably 6 pre-COVID celebrations, so it's nice to see those getting up to date and on display to honor all of the people from the past who have been presidents of their PTA units and have been important to our PTA community. Also, thank you to Mr. Taloni and the staff here at the middle school for accommodating us at this building. It's been wonderful to have it here, including Scott Benson and his SCTV crew for recording tonight's program, so you can go back and let all your family and friends watch it that are not able to be here tonight. Thank you for helping us have an amazing event, and you run everything so smoothly for us. Also, how nice was it to have the SMS chamber strings out there while we mingled? They're amazing. And then the last thank you is a huge thank you to Michelle Hill and Roxanne Marshall and Susan Thomas, who were the main leaders of the committee here tonight to run this event. They also had a group of volunteers helping them. Thank you to all of you. So many little details, from the charcuterie to gift bags, the flowers, the slideshow that you'll see throughout. Just such amazing little touches that you give to this event. So thank you so much. So, getting into the official Ohio PTA part of this program. So the Ohio PTA's mission is every child, one voice. And it's definitely exemplified by the people who are in this room today and the countless past recipients of the Ohio PTA Achievement Award that we're giving out today. We thank you for your many years of devoted service to the children of Strongsville and the Strongsville City Schools. So at this time, I'd like anyone who's in the room who is a past Ohio PTA Achievement recipient to stand up. Tonight, we celebrate the best in our PTA community. We'll be recognizing 9 amazing individuals who go above and beyond for our students, for our school district. They give their time, their talents, their resources for their schools, organizations, and many times the community at large. They commit countless hours to make our schools and our city a better place. And I would like to say, helping me on stage tonight is Susan Thomas, the Council Vice President and past recipient. Thank you for being here. And with that, all of that, we'll start with our presentation. So just a little logistical item. We will go in program order, so if you know that you're coming up next, we ask that you quietly make your way kind of over here on the staging area to kind of cut down on just the time we spent watching people kind of walk across. So with that said, our first award tonight is for the Council PTA, and it will be presented by Susan Thomas.
think I've ever held a mic while I was up here before, so we're gonna try it this way. Okay, cool. I am the guinea pig, I think, of the evening. Okay. Strongsville Council PTA's recipient of the Ohio PTA Achievement Award 2025 is Liz Jones. Liz has a long history of being a reliable volunteer who gets things done. She's been described as everybody's right-hand woman at Soror. She transitioned seamlessly into the council recording secretary role in 2023 and is known for always being especially approachable and supportive of all volunteers. She, time and time again, has taken on new roles independently with fresh ideas and efficiency while never steering away from a challenge. Early last year, Liz impressively stepped it up past an already solid resume by adding council fundraising dance chair to her list of responsibilities, and followed that by accepting the role of PTA president in her first year at SMS as well. She has brought a new view to the middle school in supporting developing roles that increase volunteer participation, such as pod parents, candygrams, and support of the new 8th grade promotion. With unwavering enthusiasm amidst a sometimes more difficult age audience than her former elementary experience may have prepared her for. Super fun detail to mention for our Strongsville native Liz is that her mother, Elaine, was the Strongsville Council Founders Day honoree 31 years ago. So fun to celebrate life coming full circle here, and to know how many more years and positive changes Liz has in store for us, our children, and this district. Thank you for your committed and kind heart, Liz. I know that I always have a true PTA-minded partner in you, and that you will continue to blaze a trail of good as you progress through the district with Luke in the coming years.
Thank you, Susan, Katie, and to everyone from Strongsville Council PTA. I just want to sincerely say thank you for this incredible honor. This recognition is even more special because, as Susan mentioned, my mom, Elaine Pescar, she also won this award back in 1994. Unfortunately, she can't be here tonight because it's my nephew's 13th birthday, and grandchildren trump children every day, so we'll give her a pass. But, you know, back then when the award ceremony was done, it was a luncheon. And I remember being really excited because I got to skip school and go watch my mom get this award. At the same time, one of my friends, her mom was awarded the same year. So, you know, sorry, Luke, that you didn't get to miss school to come to this, but I'm very grateful that you're here to support me. But, you know, back then, I remember listening to all the people talk about these wonderful things that my mom had done during her time. You know, when I was at Drake Elementary, which is no longer here, Center Junior High, which is no longer here, and Strongsville High School, which, you know, is still here for now, hopefully, right? But all the things she had accomplished throughout those years, and, you know, and I had a front row seat, though, to everything she had done, you know, helping her with the carnivals and the dances and all the different book fairs and events throughout that. So, you know, as I got older and now became a parent, it was, you know, second nature to just jump right in and join PTA, and I don't know anything but jump in with both feet. You know, on the other side of things too, you know, we also had that same experience through my dad. My dad was involved in Strongsville City Club, so we were with the rib burn off and doing breakfast on the bridge, and my dad helped coach. So we were always just, again, brought up in an environment. My sisters, Mary, Donna, and I, again, it was, again, no surprise that all of us have gone on to do a lot of volunteerism in our older years. So during my time at Soror, I was very lucky to make some wonderful friendships. You know, like I said, help out with special persons breakfast and the Candyland dances and the field trips and the parties and all the fun stuff. You know, it definitely is a big culture shock going from elementary school over to middle school. So, you know, some of that fun, you know, starts to fade a little bit. So, you know, I was a little skeptical, but, you know, jumped in again with both feet to, you know, to take on being president this year at the middle school, and with the idea of how can we bring some more of that magic from elementary school and the parent involvement that we see tremendously at the elementary level into the middle school. So, you know, thank you to everyone who works with me, you know, in the middle school PTA for, you know, jumping in right along with me to try to help create more opportunities for both our parents and our students. And again, I'm very happy that I got involved a few years ago on PTA Council. You know, it gives you an opportunity now to extend that outreach to other schools that you normally wouldn't, to get to meet other parents you normally wouldn't. And doing stuff like the dances and all these other things, you know, it's, we all do it for the same reason. We want to make our schools a better place for our kids so they could walk away with all the great memories that they can. So I'm thankful for all of the parents who, you know, open up my emails and sign up when a sign-up genius comes your way multiple times, for stepping up, helping volunteer, and again, being a part of this. A big thank you to my husband, Chris, and my son, Luke. You know, keeping the family tradition alive, everything that I get involved in, they kind of get dragged into helping as well, and they do so, you know, willingly helping, whether it be set up stuff for events, parties, dances, whatever it might be. And again, I'm very grateful for their assistance as well. Again, at the end, thank you very much to everybody. I want to also give congratulations to all the other honorees this tonight. That everyone here tonight is very well deserving, and very proud of all of you. So thank you very much.
The next award that we have tonight is for the Strongsville Early Childhood PTA, and it's presented by Katie Lewis.
Good evening, everyone. It is my great pleasure to be here tonight to introduce Beth Selesnikar as this year's Strongsville Early Childhood PTA recipient. Beth is currently SEPTA's PTA president for her second year. Beth began her PTA journey in 2021. I met Beth when we planned our first trick-or-treat table for our yearly SEPTA Halloween party. I have never met her before, but we both put ourselves out there and volunteered to do this event together. This is where the start of our inseparable bond. I convinced her to co-run our largest fundraiser, preschool prom, together. This wasn't a small task for a full-time working mom, but she stepped up and produced an amazing event that grossed one of our largest fundraisers. Beth didn't stop there. She has been on every preschool prom planning committee since. Beth is very organized and detailed. This past year as president, she helped organize our unit to be successful for years to come, with details of what every position does to make transitions that much easier. Beth plans activities with local businesses for our kids to go and enjoy. We have over 130 families in our unit from newborn to kindergarten ages, and she makes sure everyone is included and welcomed. She plans the best favorite things party for all the moms, as we need a night away with laughter and good socialization. Beth's husband, Dan, is such a good supporter of all her crazy PTA initiatives, from evening meetings, preschool prom planning sessions, to mom's night out. That is no small task with 3 children at home, Catherine, who is 6 in kindergarten, and twin 4.5-year-old boys. Beth is starting to make her transition to Kinsner Elementary, as her children, who were infants and toddlers when I first met them, to now school-aged. I am counting down the days for our PTA paths to cross again at the middle school, as our daughters are best friends in kindergarten at different schools. I am so honored and lucky to call Beth my best friend. I don't know where I would be without her. She is my voice of reason and editor of all my papers. She normally helps edit all my speeches, but this one I had to do on my own. I love you, Beth, and congratulations for receiving this award. It is well-deserved. I can't wait to see everything you continue to accomplish.
Thank you, Katie. I was not expecting that beautiful speech. Love you. Well, good evening, everyone. I am truly honored and humbled to receive the Ohio PTA Achievement Award on behalf of SEPTA tonight. This recognition means so much, not just to me, but to everyone who believes in the power of community and advocacy for our children. It belongs to everyone who has encouraged and supported me and SEPTA over the years. When I first became involved with SEPTA at the encouragement of Katie Lewis, I never imagined how it would shape my life. What started as a simple desire to find a sense of community for my growing family within Strongsville quickly became a passion for ensuring that every child has the support and resources that they need to thrive. Along the way, I also realized something just as important. Parents and caregivers need support too. Raising children is one of the most rewarding yet challenging things we do, and none of us should have to do it alone. And that's what makes SEPTA so special. It's not just about helping our kids succeed, it's about creating a network of support, encouragement, and understanding for each other. When we lift each other up, when we check in on each other, when we remind each other that we're in this together, we create a stronger community, not just for our children, but for ourselves. I want to thank my steadfast community, Katie Lewis, Becky Jones, Michelle Hill, Courtney Rosen, Lindsay Gallick, Emily Montgomery, Kelly Lukic, Julie Kirby, Elise Holt, and I could go on and on, but I won't. So I just want to thank everyone in SEPTA for putting up with my only constant in life, which is change. And thank you to my husband, Dan, for being here tonight, and also to my 3 kiddos who are with a sitter because they're a little bit crazy, Catherine, Owen, and Emmett. Thank you all for putting up with my wacky schedule and supporting me day in and day out. This award serves as a reminder that when we come together, we can accomplish incredible things. Our children deserve the best, and through teamwork, dedication, and love, we can continue to support their successes and each other. Thank you again for this incredible honor, and let's continue working together to make a difference. Because when we lift up our children and each other, we lift up our future. Thank you all, and congratulations to all the recipients.
Our next award for the evening is our honoree for Chapman Elementary, presented by Jill Wagner.
Hello, everyone. Oh, can you hear me now? Hello, everyone. Sometimes in life, there is always that behind-the-scenes person, the ace in the hole, the one in a million, the light at the end of the tunnel that never fully gets recognized for all their hard work and overwhelming contributions and everything they're involved in. Chapman has had the honor of having such a person for over a decade now. Not only is she an amazing mom, friend, and wife, she is an amazing PTA chair. Mandy Warvel, you make Chapman PTA what it is, from bulletin boards to book fairs, school pictures, and yearbooks. There isn't a bake sale, a flyer, a committee that does not have Mandy's touch. There is always one person you can help to watch auditions for the talent show or take apart tickets for carnivals. Can we mention some of the best birthday boards Chapman has ever seen? When the volunteer list is lacking and the brainstorming session needs to be had, Mandy is there without a question. I am saddened to think about what we are losing when Mandy moves on. I am saddened to know that my friend is moving on to bigger and better things. But I am honored to say just that, my friend. You are so loved and appreciated, and Chapman will not be the same without you.
Thank you, Jill, for making me cry. And also for the lovely nomination letter, and to my fellow PTA members for the recognition. I feel like I should be sharing this award with each and every one of you, because I definitely do not work alone. I joined the PTA to get to know parents and teachers of Chapman, and almost 10 years later, I find myself with the best of friends and an incredible community of people. We all know it takes a village, and I am just one tiny part of the Chapman village, and I couldn't be more grateful. It has been a true joy to be able to volunteer my time there. Thank you to my family, my husband Tom, Jackson and Avery, and my mom for coming tonight and for all of your support and helping with all things PTA throughout the years. I love and appreciate you all more than you'll ever know. And congratulations to all the nominees tonight. I know I am in very good company, and I'm grateful to be part of our community. Thank you.
The next award for tonight will be for Kinsner Elementary and presented by Susan Thomas.
I'm back. Okay. Kinsner Elementary's PTA recipient of the Ohio PTA Achievement Award is Kelly Ling. Kelly has brought a balanced and professional approach to Kinsner PTA in the last 2+ years that is undeniably unifying and respectful. She is fair, caring, and in tune with PTA and school happenings while also patient enough to let others try their best and find their way before getting involved. She helps others grow, and our organization remains solidly planted with respectful, responsible, and organized leadership that comes from her heart. Both Kelly and her husband Jason are Strongsville alums, actively involved in raising their 2 elementary-age daughters in our city. I would especially like to give kudos to Kelly for bravely and lovingly leading the Kinsner PTA ship, so to speak, in such a complimentary way. It has been my lucky experience that when leadership is needed, often the perfect person is waiting in the wings and just doesn't realize yet how nicely their skills will benefit the group. Kelly, to many except possibly herself, was the clear choice to lead at Kinsner in 2023, and I admit to nearly attempting a backflip when she agreed to co-president with me. Her professional nonprofit background complemented my sometimes lofty creative side to send clear messages and instill further confidence in our organization together. Unrelated to PTA exactly, but someone once used this funny expression, and it makes me think of Kelly. She is honest as potatoes. What you see is what you get. You can be sure that she's considered all angles and the validity of all arguments before presenting them. Plus, she will be the first to smile and usually hug you to make sure that you feel welcome and important. Thank you, Kelly, for your respect for the past and pride in building solid avenues for the future for our children and our district. Congratulations to my friend, Kelly Ling.
Short. Honest as potatoes. That's how you're going to remember me now. Thank you, Susan. And thank you very much to Kinsner PTA and the PTA, Council PTA. I am honored to receive the Founders Day Award, especially after reviewing the list of all the incredibly dedicated people who have won this award in the past. PTA is about partnership, community, and serving children everywhere as a resource and a voice for every child. And that may sound daunting, and people tend to ask, ooh, how do you like that when I say that I'm co-president of Kinsner PTA? And I have to admit that that's a little bit tough to give a simple answer. To be involved in PTA, you have to be prepared for anything, for blowing up inflatable aliens, for working with your children to pull out the pull tabs on glowing foam sticks to light up a dance. You have to try not to drive yourself crazy as you search for that last #1 dad trophy during holiday shop that you know you saw in a box somewhere under one of those tables. And those are just the highlights. That doesn't touch audits and meetings and reports and emails and discussions about class party snacks. Your family and your friends have to be prepared as well, to listen to stories and ideas for hours and hours, to provide moral support, and to jump in to help with carrying, loading, stuffing, storing. Thank you very much to my husband, Jason, my daughters, Emily and Katie, my sister, Kim, and my mother and father-in-law, George and Cheryl, for always being ready to listen and to help. Katie has probably attended more PTA meetings than most parents have. Once, while waiting in a school hallway to volunteer for a class party, I was standing with another lady who was incredibly nervous. And when I asked her why she was nervous, she said that this was her first time volunteering at a class party, and this was totally unlike her. I didn't even know this lady, but I was so proud of her that I thanked her and I hugged her and I told her how much fun she was going to have. So to anyone thinking about getting involved with PTA, I encourage you to be brave and say yes. Say yes to serving on a committee, yes to chairing an event, or volunteering in whatever way you can. Because PTA not only supports kids and staff members, building community and improving lives and our schools, but it also stretches parents, and it helps you grow in ways that you never imagined. You will make new friends, you'll get to know your school and students on a whole different level, and you'll get to learn together. So it has been an absolute pleasure getting to know so many wonderful volunteers, students, and staff members. I look forward to many, many more years of PTAing together. Thank you very much.
The next award for the evening is for Muraski Elementary, presented by Cinnamon Safani.
Good evening. Casey, you are such a kind, faithful, supportive, and caring person, and our community is blessed to have you. I no longer have children at Muraski, but I joined their PTA to be able to nominate for Casey for the Ohio Achievement Award. But I was not the only nomination she received. Casey, you don't know this, but one of the first events that I attended for PTA, where it was just like a mom-only activity, I sat by you. I arrived late. I know, big surprise. And I couldn't sit with people that I normally would have. While I volunteered at the school all the time, I never took time to attend the luncheons. I'm an anxious person, so those and these kind of things make me nervous. As we ate lunch at the May installation luncheon, you and I chatted the whole time. We talked about our families, our careers, things that we did for fun, and at no point did I feel uncomfortable or anxious. I came home and told Bob how kind and easy to talk to you were and how welcome you made me feel in that situation. Here we are 8 years later, and you are such an important person in my life. It's always great to spend time with you, whether at a swim meet or volunteering for something, or out to dinner or just a nice walk. I'm so thankful I get to call you friend. Casey volunteers for so many things in PTA and beyond. She's chaired many committees, including Redemptions, Fifth Grade Memories, DARE, Book Fair, and she's also served on the board for many years, including council delegate and vice president. Over the years, I've seen that service is something that Casey takes seriously. I think we connected over that. It's important for Casey to volunteer for her family and for her faith. And now, as your kids are growing, you've shown them that service is important for them to do as well. And I can say that they are following in your footsteps flawlessly. Luke 35 states, Jesus commands people to give to everyone, hoping nothing in return. And Casey follows in that every single day. Tonight, I could have shared countless projects or events or things that Casey and I have worked on together over the years. I will always remember our sweatshop at my house for staff appreciation, the book fairs that we worked through together, the fact that you're such an amazing vice president to Muraski while I was president, the field days we did together, or the preparations we made for Santa Shop, or helping run concessions at our Sea Monkey meets, or being a person that anyone could call at any time for help. But I wanted you to know that you had a lasting impact on me as a person from the first conversation we had, just by you being you. Casey, thank you for all you are doing and all that you have done. You are so deserving of this award.
I did not expect all that. Thank you so much, Cinnamon. That was beautiful. I love you. I love you too. I am so grateful to accept this award from our wonderful Muraski PTA, and I want to congratulate all the other recipients. I'm sure none of us here tonight do this work for recognition, so it makes receiving it that much sweeter. When I first joined the PTA, I really wasn't sure what it was all about, but I knew that I wanted to be more involved, just more involved with my kids' lives at the school. What I quickly found was a vibrant community of parents, teachers, and staff who share a passion for enriching the lives of our children. Together, we have faced many challenges, organized many events, and fostered connections that make our school a better place, and honestly has made me a better person. I wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for all the other committed, talented people that contribute to our school. I have met some of my best friends, like Cinnamon, through the PTA, and it has been a blessing to walk through these years of parenting with you. I just want to take these last seconds to thank some special people who are a big support to me. First, my mom, who's here tonight. She traveled from Dayton. She pretty much raised us on her own while working full-time. She taught me an incredible work ethic and sense of responsibility that I honestly am having trouble matching with my own kids. To my husband, who affectionately refers to the PTA as the association, like it's the mob, thank you for supporting me even when you weren't exactly what I was committing us to, including bagging and handing out goldfish at multiple carnivals. I am so grateful for all that you do. To Cinnamon Safani for being a constant inspiration, for taking big ideas and getting them accomplished, and also for just always being such a loyal friend. If you were here last year, you heard how much I adore Melissa Cruz, who's also here tonight, but I also want to thank her and Erica DeHaven for being a source of spiritual support for me through the years. To the Muraski PTA, all of you sitting right there, you are such an amazing, creative, hardworking, and supportive group of people to work with. And I honestly have FOMO missing out on any of our committee meetings because you just make it so much fun to be around and to work with you. And also Mr. Griffin and our principals just being so open to bringing in new ideas and all the crazy stuff we like to do at the school. Lastly, to my kids, Jonah and Gabrielle, I'm just so glad that you're still excited to see me at school, and you promised that you'll never be embarrassed of me. I would not be in this position without you, and I thank God that I get to be your mom. Thank you all.
Next up is our award for Sarar Elementary, presented by Katie Drake.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience as I limped my way up here. I'm so excited to present our award to Heather Reed. She is so deserving. I first met Heather during a PTA council meeting on Zoom at a time when the world felt uncertain and the conversations we were having weren't exactly exciting or fun. But even then, Heather was a ray of sunshine, bringing energy and warmth to a space that desperately needed it. And from that moment on, it was clear to me that Heather just doesn't show up, she lifts people up. At Sarar, Heather has been a true force of kindness and dedication. As the committee chair for room parents, which is not an easy task, she has gone above and beyond to make sure classroom parties are fun, safe, and inclusive, ensuring that every child feels included and has a great experience. She has worked tirelessly to support teachers and families, making sure classrooms stay organized and running smoothly. And she doesn't stop there. Heather is always the first to jump in wherever help is needed, whether it's volunteering for enrichment programs, stepping up on committees, or serving on the executive board as a council delegate for 2 years. This is Heather's last year at Sarar, and we're really going to miss her. As her daughter Stella moves on, but her impact here will be felt for years to come. She has poured her heart into this school, making it a better place for all of us. Her dedication, positivity, and unwavering commitment make her so deserving of this honor. And Heather also is a really great friend. She's one of those people who will always say, I'll come get you groceries if you're sick, or I'll come take care of you, or I'll take you to the doctor. She is wonderful like that, and we are so blessed to have you. So I'm so excited to present this award from the entire Sarar PTA community. Thank you for everything you've done. We are so grateful for you, and we will miss you dearly.
All right. Thank you for such sweet words. I'm going to miss. Sorry, it feels a little low. Oh, there we go. I'm going to miss Sarar so much. That's not part of my remarks, but thank you so much, Katie. I so cherish our friendship and all of our PTA friends and my neighborhood friends who are here tonight. You mean so much to me. And I'll get into that in a little bit. Anyways, I feel like I'm channeling Elle Woods tonight. If she were here, she would say, PTA award, I won the PTA award, like it's hard. So, I just wanted to give me a little bit of time. I know I wrote a little bit over the 3 minutes, but I saw the orchestra's gone, so I think that means I can finish my speech. So thank you, good evening. I once roamed these grounds when this place used to be called Center Middle School. I sang my first vocal solo here to that super mood-boosting song, Angel by Sarah McLachlan. You know that one where she's like, for 10 cents a day, you too can save an animal. I forgot the words, and I had asked Miss Folke to restart her piano part so that I could start over. In this same place, I got cut from the basketball team. I also joined the cross-country team. You'll see none of my awards outside because I hated running. I merely found out that that was a way to make friends and that there were Rice Krispie treats at the end of the race. So, of course, I signed up. Tonight, though, in this moment, my narrative in this space of feeling unsure of who I was with unsteady footing changes. Somehow, time has passed, so much so that my daughter will be roaming these halls very soon. And with a milestone birthday on the horizon, I've been reflecting on perspective, how we build our own legacies, how to align our time with what we value and what truly, truly matters. Being selected for this award is such a poignant moment of feeling recognized, valued, and proud. You see, I'm a Strongsville Mustang. My parents, who are both here, Debbie and Greg, they built their home here in 1990, moving and sacrificing so much so that we could have access to a solid school system. My mom took my sister and I often to the communications building right across the street, which used to be our library, and would let us take out as many books as we wanted. Some with the cassette tapes in those plastic bags I can still hear the snap of. My dad built the tire ride at the entrance of the Castletown playground, and I remembered soaping the nails with my best friend and coming together as a community to build something really great. And as a Muraski student, I'm dating myself here, in the early 90s, we had this place with cutting-edge technology called a computer lab. I remember how I felt when I'd see my mom at school and how awesome I thought that was. My parents volunteered to help with Stomping at the Ville when I was in show choir and when I was co-president of Cantorum, and they did several other things to help with choral boosters. Mr. Richardson, affectionately called ER, Mr. Markle, and Mrs. Eicher gave us choir kids a place that we could call home away from home. Not that home wasn't great, but when we were at school, you know what I mean. In that way, joining PTA was never something that I questioned if I would do, similar to Liz. I just kind of thought I would do it and wanted to follow in my parents' footsteps of service. I joined SEPTA because I wanted to be as involved as I possibly could with my daughter and hoping that she might enjoy it as much as I did, what it feels like for your mom to be there. I was hoping, too, to meet other sleep-deprived moms at the library and figure out how do we do this parenting thing. It has led our daughter Stella and me to many friends and helped us become closer to one another. On a larger scope, being part of the PTA has been an opportunity to give back, be helpful, make an impact on how people feel, create change, and witness delightful moments as we work together to help realize all of our students' greatest potential. It has been a privilege, an incredibly rewarding investment of time, and so much fun. I could go on about the numerous committees I have been on, organizations I have offered time to, roles I have served over the last 10 years, but I won't because you all get it. We've all been gifted the joy of what it means to be a part of this. And even when the work is done behind the scenes, when it's not glamorous, when it's time-consuming, I wouldn't change it for the world. Before I was a mom, I went to college at Miami, and I would tell stories about Strongsville. My friends from other places would say, "Is your hometown even real? It sounds like a movie." Stories about losing my wallet at the Chandler Commons Christmas lights and having it returned fully intact, about my husband running in the metro parks, dropping his keys, and yet finding them gingerly placed in the front seat of his car. Donuts bought ahead of us in lines, neighbors, and shoveling, and sometimes even plowing our driveway, and so many other ooey-gooey moments, which just make me believe that we all put the Ville in Strongsville. My Ville has turned up in ways of support, like my parents helping me when my husband's traveling, him working so hard so that I have the ability to volunteer and the space to hold down the fort, neighborhood friends who embrace at the annual first day of school breakfast where we all take turns sending our babies off to their first days of kindergarten, book clubs who have provided laughter and a space to say, oh, we've been through that too, a dance community at Cleveland Dance Project who has provided friendship and space for artistic expression to help me feel the most me I can be. And during our time at the co-op preschool, I met some of my closest girlfriends over planning activities for our school. Our kids brought us together, and now 8 years later, we all have a chance to reconvene after being at different elementary schools. Watch out. Sometimes it means making an excessive number of chicken nuggets for the neighborhood, and other times it means lending a hand to a family who's going through a hard struggle. This is not a new concept. As it's seen throughout history, and there are many blogs, articles, podcasts, TED Talks on this idea, that by leaning on each other, we have the potential to find space to better serve our schools, our community, and all of the children growing up here. Somebody else mentioned that earlier, and I thought, oh my gosh, we're on the same wavelength. I could not do this without my Ville. I hope that living here shows our daughter the same thing that I see, that love is here, what it looks like in action, and how to be it. There is an abundance of people here willing to help and care who are very special to us, and I'm thankful and happy to give, to be a part of that. We have to take care of ourselves first before we can help take care of others. That's something else I have learned, and I know that's hard for moms especially. The PTA enables us to take care of each other, and that collaboration creates a synergy. When we remember that we are much more alike than we are different, that benefits everyone greatly as a community, even in divisive times, and especially when behind keyboards. By working together in places like the PTA, we are reminded of the humanity that exists within each other instead of the judgments sometimes thrown at one another, and have a chance to see the good. Connecting in person with a common goal with people who may be very different from us. And we need to embrace those differences. We have a chance to serve as examples to our children in our community and to show that good work can be completed successfully, just like we built that playground all of those years ago. Could we do that today? I sure hope we could. If we operate more with love at the forefront, we can continue to keep Strongsville the sweetest home. We have a responsibility to be a beacon of how to treat people because the kids are always watching. Anyway, off my soapbox. Actually, wait, I'd like to also add that nobody has it all together and nobody has everything figured out. Those are two things I've learned somewhat recently. I'm so proud to be a Founders Day Award recipient. I'd like to thank my parents for their constant love, support, and sacrifice, my sister Holly for teaching me how to be brave, my husband Will, who's unable to be here tonight as he's traveling for work, for always being the calm to my storm, and for being such a thoughtful and loving partner in life. Our daughter Stella, who lights up our life each and every day and inspires me. There's not a day that goes by that I don't feel like the luckiest human on the planet to get to be her mom. Of course, I'm going to thank the Soror PTA because we work like a well-oiled machine, but we have so much fun doing things together. And if it wasn't for such a good time, I don't know if I would want to stick around. Just kidding. We do have a good time, though. Thank you to PTA Council and our unit. To our president and our friend, Katie Drake, whose leadership is admirable in her goal of building community. It's an honor to serve, and I hope to continue to do more work at the middle school. Thank you to the school board, Superintendent Dr. Ryba, our fearless leader and wonderful addition to Soror, Principal Mrs. Young, and the extraordinary staff at Soror. Our teachers spend more time on an weekday basis. They spend more time with our children than we do if you add up the hours. So don't think that your care, your patience, your hard work goes unnoticed because we see you and we love you. Congratulations to all of the recipients who I'm proud to share in the company of. Oh my gosh, I saw that list of names. My goodness, it's such an honor. To all the staff, parents, and other grown-ups who help PTA in whatever way they can, big or small, this belongs to all of us. Let's keep on being each other's Vills. Oh, and the next time you're in the school parking lot, wave a neighbor on. After all, that's what we all are at the end of the day, neighbors. Thank you.
All right, the next award that we have for this evening is for Whitney Elementary, presented by Jackie Steffi.
Hi, everyone. I was a little nervous to speak tonight, but now I got to follow Elle Woods, so thank you for that. Feel so much better now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I first want to thank Michelle Hill for organizing tonight's ceremony. She did a wonderful job with her whole crew like she always does, so thank you, Michelle Hill. Tonight we celebrate Founders Day, a time to recognize the incredible individuals who dedicate their time and talents to make our children's education and school experience the best it can be. This year, we are especially thrilled to present our Founders Day Award to a truly exceptional member of our Whitney Elementary PTA family, Michelle Move. Michelle embodies the spirit of PTA. She's not just a volunteer, she's a force of nature. From the moment she joined, her enthusiasm and dedication have been infectious. She literally has made others want to join our PTA, and that has shaped our school for the better and led to great PTA presidents. Michelle's response to most ideas is, sure. We can do it. Let me think about it. 24 hours later, we have a plan in motion. I joined the Whitney PTA 3 years ago when my son started kindergarten. I was nervous to join the PTA. But everyone in the Whitney PTA made me realize it's where I belong. I remember Michelle taking time to introduce herself to me at the first meeting I attended. She said, "What do you want to do with the PTA?" I said, "I don't know, volunteer, go to a meeting, maybe help out once a year." She gave me the Michelle look, winked at me, and said, "That's great, we need more people to do that." Today I am on 3 PTA committees and volunteer to help with almost every event that we have. And it's because of people like Michelle. Michelle's commitment to our children and our school is truly remarkable. She understands that a strong PTA is vital to a thriving school, and she works tirelessly to make that a reality. She's a role model for all of us, demonstrating the power of volunteerism and the profound impact we can have when we work together. It's not lost on me or anyone in this room tonight that we need to also thank Michelle's family, her husband Doug, and kids Rylan and Madeline. Thank you. Without you, there is simply no award tonight. We also want to thank our strong Whitney PTA members that are here tonight, our faculty and staff at Whitney, and Ms. Hawk, our wonderful principal at our school. She is so amazing at helping our Whitney PTA and supporting us, and we truly thank everyone at Whitney PTA. Tonight, as we celebrate our PTA's founders, we also celebrate the future of our organization. And that future is bright because of people like Michelle. She represents the very best of what PTA stands for. Therefore, it is with immense pleasure and gratitude that I present the PTA Founders Day Award to Michelle Malls. Please join me in congratulating her on this well-deserved recognition.
Thank you, Jackie. I honestly don't feel like I deserve all of this, but wow, what an honor. I jokingly told him that I think this award is just a clever way to get me to volunteer for even more things. First, I want to thank Jackie and the entire PTA team. None of this would be possible without the incredible parents, volunteers, teacher, and staff who dedicate so much time and energy. When I first joined the PTA, I just wanted to help create a great experience for our kids, support our amazing teachers, and build a stronger school community. What I didn't fully realize was just how much effort and dedication it takes to keep everything running smoothly. I am constantly inspired by the commitment each of you brings to our school. I also want to thank my family for their support, even when it means sending my husband to Timbuktu to pick up 300 pumpkins for Fall Fest, or calling him to say, hey, you need to figure out how to hitch a trailer and haul this giant float for the parade tomorrow. And of course, nothing says community leader quite like getting pulled over by the Strongsville police on the way. I especially want to thank all my friends and fellow parents of whom have answered my desperate phone calls and texts when I needed extra hands. Whether it was setting up events, hauling supplies, or just keeping me sane, you have all been roped into more PTA chaos than you probably signed up for, and I couldn't do it without you. This award isn't about me, it's about all of us who step in and pitch in. Every little contribution adds up for these kids. So thank you again for the recognition. It means the world to me, and I'm so excited to keep working together to make this school the best it can be.
Our next award is for the Strongsville Middle School, presented by Michelle Mano.
Good evening. I am so happy to be presenting the Strongsville Middle School 2025 Ohio PTA Achievement Award to Stephanie Cush. For those who know Stephanie, know that warm and inviting smile she has. I think it's her smile that really sets the tone for every interaction she has, and I think that's how she always gets people to join in on her antics. She has fantastic ideas, and it's hard to ever turn her down when she comes with such enthusiasm. Stephanie is a self-proclaimed worker bee. She's always willing to help where needed. She truly leads by example, even though she told me once she's not a leader. But don't be fooled, she is. She works tirelessly to design meaningful experiences for students at the middle school, giving them the chance to explore what makes them come alive. Whether she's setting up a dance, volunteering at the book fair, running karaoke at field day, helping run an art club, and finding great themes and costumes for the greet and treat tables at Halloween. Stephanie is always ready to jump in and do whatever it takes to create moments that kids will remember forever. And she's always thoughtfully considering how to make our kids feel more included. Not only is Stephanie super involved at the middle school, but she's also a huge asset to Muraski, where she's a council delegate, chairs family bingo, is a reflections chair, is a classroom parent, attends her kids' classroom parties, and always has great costumes, I hear. Chaperones field trips, is a holiday shop helper, helped with the Muraski's homecoming parade entry, and always goes above and beyond with a smile. I even heard about one time she drove with another parent an hour away to pick up some pumpkins at an auction, so apparently that's a running theme. And she doesn't even have any students at the high school yet, but she's even helped for the after prom party. So there are no limits to Stephanie's support. She's always up for anything. She comes leading with a smile and is always willing to help in any situation. She has the biggest heart and will give you the shirt off her back if you need it. She has a genuine passion for helping others, especially when it comes to creating opportunities for kids to discover what they're passionate about. She brings positivity to everything she does, and she's ready to help anyone with anything that they need. And she's always willing to volunteer her husband Eric to help out where needed too, I've noticed. In addition to PTA activities, Stephanie somehow has had time to be a team mom, to tackle football team, has coached t-ball and soccer, and still has time to cheer on her 3 kids in their other sports. She's an active in the Strongsville Instrumental Music Boosters, and I'm certain I missed something, but I am just tired of reading it all. So Maybe she can talk some more about it. We are just so blessed to have Stephanie in our community, which, by the way, she only joined about 6 years ago. She brings fun, kindness, and joy wherever she goes, leaving a lasting impact on everyone she meets. Her dedication and selflessness is truly embodied the spirit of service and make her an inspiration to us all. Thanks, Stephanie.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed PTA members, family, friends, and family. It is with deep gratitude and great humility that I stand before you tonight receiving this Founders Day Award for the middle school. To say that I am honored would be an understatement. This moment is not just about me, it's about all of us, about this incredible community that has welcomed my family with open arms and allowed me the privilege of being part of something truly special. Before we found our way to Strongsville, we lived in many places across the country. Each town had its charm and its character, but there was something about Strongsville that made us stop, plant our roots, and say, this is home. And that reason? It's all of you. It's the vibrant sports programs, the inspiring music education, and most importantly, the unwavering dedication of our PTAs. The way this community had already built a foundation of excellence, inclusion, and service made it easy to see that this is where we wanted to raise our children. And so in 2019, we became part of the Strongsville family, not just to live here, but to belong here. From the very beginning, I was fortunate to be surrounded by strong, compassionate, and inspiring women. This is funny, because it's like come full circle. So one of the first people who made that lasting impression on me was Cinnamon Safani. And she was the PTA president at Maraski when we arrived here. Her welcoming spirit and her inclusive attitude made it really easy to get involved. I didn't write this down, but I was like, I don't know how you do it all. You really do. And she's like, I don't really do it all. I just help everybody make sure they get to do what they do. And we all know she does a lot. So, yeah, it's awesome. And then there's Katie Drake, who I met through the Reflections Art Program. Her passion for fostering creativity in our children was contagious, and it encouraged me to dive even deeper into the PTA. Seeing the way she's championed students' artistic expression reminded me why being involved in our schools is such a gift. When my oldest, Jack Henry, moved up to 6th grade, it felt like a really big transition, not just for him, but for all of us. Joining the middle school PTA was the natural next step, and so I was happy to find the same warmth, enthusiasm, and encouragement that made the elementary school experience so special. And that's what I encourage all of you to do. Stay involved, even when your child moves from one school to the next and things feel a little unfamiliar. There's always a place for you in the PTA. Your hands, your voice, your efforts, they matter. I want to take a moment to thank the captains, pod teachers. What an incredible team. Middle school is such a crucial time, and they made the transition just a little easier, not just for our children, but for us parents too. Their dedication only reinforced my motivation to stay involved and be a part of this school's continued success. And now Jack Henry enjoys his time in the Pioneers Pod. I can say with certainty that we absolutely love the Pioneers Pod teachers too, because Jack has truly thrived in their environment where they recognize and nurture the unique needs of each child. Looking ahead to the next 7 years, I know I'll be a part of the middle school PTA for the long haul with 2 more children coming through. I'm excited for the journey ahead and all of the ways that we can continue to make an impact. As I close, I want to express my deepest gratitude to those who have supported me along the way. To my parents who instilled in me the values of service and commitment, thank you for being here today. To my husband, Eric, who has been my teammate, always encouraging me to take on new challenges, to give my time, and to be fully present in the community. To my children, Jack Henry, Lonnie, and Heidi, I love you guys. This is why we do it, for our children. And you're the reason why we do this, and you're the heart of the school and the future of our town. So this is very important work. I love you guys.
And finally, to all of you, to my PTA family, thank you. Thank you for making this town a home. Thank you for your dedication to our children, to our schools, and to each other. Thank you.
All right, our final award for the evening is for the high school, and it's presented by Kelly Presserin.
Hello. Today I have the distinct pleasure of speaking about a remarkable individual who has truly made a difference in our school community, our principal, Bill Winkler. Bill came to Strongsville High School first as a parent. He lives in Strongsville with his wife and 3 daughters and is an active member of the community. In 2020, Bill was hired as the new principal of Strongsville High School. It was a stressful time for everyone, but for Bill, it was a whole new level. He spent most days quarantining students on top of his many other duties. He loves to talk about COVID, so if you see him, make sure you talk to him about it. Actually, I think our first interaction was he called me twice in 1 week to quarantine my one daughter, so that was fun. He was really nice about it. He still managed to attend and support the PTA during this time, and I think we all had a sense that our high school was on a great path forward, even during an incredibly tough time. One of the most commendable aspects of Bill's leadership is his unwavering support for our PTA. He attends every single meeting, demonstrating not just his presence, but his genuine interest in our discussions and initiatives. In a world where time is often scarce, Bill goes above and beyond, making every effort to be there for us. His attendance is not merely a formality, it reflects his belief in collaboration and partnership. Bill's willingness to help with our ideas has been nothing short of inspiring. Whether we're brainstorming new fundraising strategies or enhancing our school events, he's always there, ready to lend a hand or offer insightful suggestions. He encourages us to think outside the box and fosters an environment where creativity thrives. His support empowers us to pursue our goals with confidence, knowing we have a steadfast ally by our side. Moreover, Bill is a master communicator. You will never find him sitting in his office behind his desk. He's always out in the hallways interacting with whoever might be out there, and if you've been at the high school, there's usually people who are in the halls who shouldn't be in the halls, and he loves to catch them. He has a unique ability to connect with parents, teachers, and students alike. His approachable demeanor invites open dialogue, making it easy for us to voice our thoughts and concerns. He listens attentively, ensuring that every voice is heard and valued. As PTA members, we have been welcomed to the high school on many occasions to observe the good that is happening there. This level of communication not only strengthens our PTA, but enhances the overall atmosphere of our school community. In closing, let us take a moment to appreciate the exceptional leadership of Bill Winkler, his dedication to our PTA, and his commitment to fostering a collaborative environment, which truly sets him apart. We are grateful for his hard work, his support, and the positive impact he continues to make in our PTA and community. Thank you, Bill, for being principal who goes above and beyond every day. Together, we look forward to making our school even better with your guidance.
Thank you. First off, I really appreciate the award and all of the kind things Kelly said. The part of that story she left out was my first interaction with Kelly was when we contact traced her daughter, and her husband were very nice, but her daughter crossed her arms in the vestibule and said, "I ain't leaving." I had to call Dad to come get her because she refused to leave the building. She was a little stubborn, but that's all right. No, and one of the things working and living and being a member of the Strongsville community, when I was a parent in this community and I worked elsewhere, I've got 3 beautiful daughters who have, I was curious, my wife said, everyone gave lots of pictures, I only gave 1, so I was like, what other pictures did they get? One of the things that impressed me, my kids went through Whitney, I had kids at Drake, and then Olivia finished at Kinsner, so we experienced lots of elementary schools. And Sarah went to Albion, so we were all over Strongsville. And I've always been amazed about, I worked in other schools. I've always been amazed at the support that my kids, whether it was SIMB and band, orchestra, whether it's PTA. There's so many opportunities in this school system that I think many people take for granted. And people ask me, why do you love working at the high school? Besides the fact that I love being around teenagers, because they make me feel a little younger, and I enjoy the energy and the hustle and the bustle, is the circles of support we have in Strongsville. You know, I am blessed to have, we have wonderful support from central office. If you're a principal in this district, and they're all here, we have wonderful support. I've told both the superintendents that, you know, I've never worked in a place with this level of support. We have wonderful level at the building. My administrative team, if you know my team, and PTA knows them, because Mr. Castle begs for money from them every single chance he can for PBIS. My administrative team is unbelievably supportive. My family, who's here, all but one, who's at John Carroll, my wife and 2 of my 3 daughters are here tonight. I have wonderful family support. And it's a theme that stretches across the PTA as well. People have this misconception that the PTA at the high school level is not as involved as the elementary level, and that's just not true. My PTA, our PTA, is in the building a lot. They are not just engaged in the PTA meetings. I see them all the time. At just about every event I go to, I run into a PTA member. Some of them, like Katie, I see whether I like it or not, right, Katie? All the time. So, you know, the other good thing about going last is you want me to have a short speech, so I'm not going to talk a whole lot longer, but the level of support that we receive here in Strongsville makes being a principal here wonderful. And if those who know me know that I'm not just saying that. It truly is a great place to work. It's a great place to raise kids. I was my own kid's principal, and it's been a great place to have a PTA that supports us the way that this one does. I will tell you, I've been principal in multiple districts, and it's not like this everywhere. And as a principal and as a dad, I'll just say thank you to all of you in the PTA for what you've done for our schools. We really appreciate you, and thank you very much for this award. And definitely thank you for the first time in my life I've ever gotten flowers.
A little off the cuff here, but I'm sitting over there thinking, I think the first time I attended this event was about 9 years ago. I had just joined SEPTA. I think I was a council delegate, and I remember I was new to the community. I remember thinking, like, wow, like 10 people every single year get recognized for these awards. And I feel like every single year I come to this event or I'm up here, I'm like, wow, like so many people doing so many great things for our community that at that time, when I had first attended, I had no perspective. I'm like, we're gonna run out of people. There's not gonna be any people left. Like 10 people every year. And it's just not true. Every year, there are just so many people working on behalf of the PTA, on behalf of the schools. So with that said, just one last round of applause for all of the amazing people up here tonight. Thank you so much for being here, and we are going to end tonight with a few words from our superintendent, Dr. Ryba.
I need to update the picture a little bit. A little less gray in that picture than I am right now, but I want to just congratulate, on behalf of the entire district, all of the award winners this year. As you said, Katie, it's just such a phenomenal testament to the work that you all do to make our district a better place. And before I give a few other comments, just one more round of applause for Katie and Susan and Michelle and Roxanne. For putting on this event, and obviously as we heard tonight, so many of you are so involved, you dedicate so much time and passion to the work that you do. What an awesome experience that we have to take a break, to pause the busyness of our lives for one night, and to celebrate the passion of service that all of you have that gives back to our district. And for me, it's an inspirational night. It's a night to see all that we have going on in our community to make our kids' lives a little bit better. And so one of the things that I get inspired about, and as I think about this day and see so many of you that I've known throughout the years, is I think back to the times where you've come to me, you've shared, and you've made it easy for me just to say yes. So whether, Katie, it's about, hey, we want to re-envision in reflections and we want to have this homecoming parade and take high schoolers down to the elementary school for sports. Whether it's Liz, wherever Liz is at, of, hey, we want to create a pathway of drama club and we're going to pay for it and we're going to do everything, just say yes. Or whether it's Heather, who, as you saw from her speech, I met her 7 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, and what she did in her speech was basically what she did the first time I met her, which she talked for a while. And to give context, it was, we were going for a levy, right? And she came to a levy planning meeting, and like 15 minutes later, I didn't know what she said. I said, whatever you want, we'll do it. And then I told Dan Faust, who is this lady? I have no idea who she was, but she's going to save the world, and she's going to help us do it. And hey, we passed the levy in May 2019, so that was awesome. That was awesome. So, you know, as I was thinking about this night tonight, there was a recent interview that I saw with President Obama where he shared what I thought was perfect to kind of the message we have tonight, so I'm going to read it to you. It says, he shared that throughout his life, he's seen people at every level that are really good at describing problems. People that are very sophisticated at explaining why something went wrong or why something can't be fixed. But what we truly need are people who stand up, no matter how big or small the challenge may be, and say, let me take care of that. We need more people like the honorees tonight, people that know how to get stuff done. And that's what we heard throughout all of the speeches and the recognitions and the honorees is Liz, Beth, Amanda Kelly, Casey, Heather, Michelle, Stephanie, and Bill. You know how to get stuff done. And it's been a privilege for those of you that I've known personally and gotten to work with over the years, to those of you that I've just learned about the great things that you're doing today. And as you shared, this is not about any one adult in the room. It's about the 5,700 kids that cross our hallways every day, why we do what we do, and why our district is a better place because of what you do to build them and to build their future. So on behalf of our entire school community, I want to express our deepest gratitude and sincere thanks to you. Please know that these moments, this work, this volunteerism truly makes a difference, and we're profoundly grateful for who you are and what you do for our district. So thank you so much. Thank you, Katie and Susan and the team for putting this together, and we hope you all have safe travels and a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Before all the winners speak out, anybody who won?